Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. I am starting a new Chibi Friday drawing for the first time in a long time because this year my Chibi Friday drawings just take longer and longer, I guess. That Chibi Tanuki took me 7 live stream sessions plus a little bit of extra time off screen because I was trying to help it hurry up. But I'm back, and that was also the first time I ever did a Chibi Friday quite like that. So hopefully this time it'll go a little faster because I now know what I'm getting myself into. And I also was thinking that since last time I did digital coloring, because I used ink that wasn't marker safe, maybe I'll switch back and forth so that this time I'm going to do colors that I know are marker safe and use my tried and true Sakura Pigma pens. And then I'll switch back and forth and use India ink with digital coloring and then come back and do so that I'll have a wide variety. Because what I'm trying to do with this is build up a portfolio of cute little animal illustrations to show the different things I can do and work on my creativity and whatever. So that's my plan this time. Going to do it all physical media this time and following the same format as before. I put it to my patrons to vote for which animal they'd like. They voted for Orca. That's an animal I've never chibified before. That's why it was part of the voting list. And then I used randomwordgenerator.com or .org, or I don't know the exact, but you just Google random word generator and it's the first result. The words it gave me were rap and agent. So first thing that came to mind was like a detective, like a 50s detective noir type Dick Tracy kind of thing, but it's an orca, so like all wrapped up against the cold or whatever, you know, in the dark foggy night, and then it's an agent, so it's like a secret agent or something like that. So that's the idea I have. I'm going to use, actually, I think I might need another sketchbook, but I'm going to use this paper because it's been bothering me. This is my Inktober sketchbook that I have mostly finished. I've been using it since, let's see, I started it on 2016, the beginning of Inktober 2016, and I finally filled it up. But there's this one page. I actually have another page, but I've been using it for like testing pens and stuff. But I have this one blank page not being used. And it bothers me that it's not being used. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I am going to use this final page for this particular Chibi Friday entry. It's the kind of paper I like for ink and marker drawings most of the time anyway, so that's perfect. But I was just thinking, I want my main sketchbook so that I can try sketching orcas real quick, because again, I've never drawn them before and it can be kind of intimidating to, oh, you wanna, here, let's flip through this. I've been using this one since March 2021. So it's a little over a year old. A lot of school work in this one. This is from my life drawing class. Yeah, lots of life drawing, but other stuff too. Personal stuff and illustration practice. So there we go. That's fun. Yeah, this is for practicing for my summer griffin, which I put on the back burner for now so that I could focus on my winter griffin because the seasons have gotten away from me. Anyway, here's a nice blank sheet. There's only a few sheets left. And it's going to be time to do a new one, which I've already, as you can see, I love putting stickers on my sketchbooks, and I've already started putting stickers on that one too. I haven't started. I'm not done with this one yet, but I can't. I always get stickers and it feels like such a waste not to like put them on something. So ever since I first started like having a sketchbook in junior high school, I always cover it with stickers. Even sometimes just like random, like for instance, perfect. This is off of a washi tape roll that I just opened, and I'm like, oh, it's such a waste to not use this lovely washi tape label. So is there a spot where I can stick this? Oh, how about right here? There. Oh, it's especially a waste not to do something, because look at that pretty little metallic bits. Okay, let's get some. Oh, first I want to, so I'm using my Forest Focus app where you grow trees. I want to grow some trees for live streaming. So where's my live streaming category? See, I love it. It starts as a little sprout, and then as you work, you can either set a timer or you can just set a stopwatch. So I'll put on stopwatch. It says live. Oh, you can't see it, but it says live streaming. Oh, but that's not the only reason I was grabbing my phone. Getting ahead of myself, or getting distracted. I want to search Orca. Just get some images to practice what the heck do they look like. Oh yeah, some of them get really cool, super tall dorsal fins. Here's an underwater picture. I'll sketch this first. So they're really round, but long, but they're gonna get shorter when I make them into a chibi. And then that porpoise-like nose, but it's really short and fat for an orca. Chin comes down, the widest part of the body, and it curves up all graceful like. This muscular tail, the tail fin. Dorsal fin. Oh, I don't know what this, pectoral fin I think it's called. On the front. I don't know all the names. Let's see, they have this big white patch right in front of their eye. But their actual eye, well, I can't even see it, but I'm pretty sure the actual eye is like right there. And then the bottom of their mouth is also white. Comes down to their pectoral fin. And then they've got this nice little hip marking, I guess you could call it. Let's see, is this a marking here, or is this just the... Oh yeah, they've got a marking. I mean, of course it's different. It's different per... Their markings are different. What am I trying to say? It's not the same on each orca, but they all seem to have at least a light patch on their back right here. Some it's more pronounced than others. I think I'm squishing this lead out too far. It's not supposed to come out that far, this pencil. This is one of those, it's called Del Guard, so it's supposed to like protect the lead. But I always forget and click it way out. It's like supposed to protect the lead from getting broken as you're writing. Yes, nice, sleek, beautiful, curvular. Here's the one jumping out of the water. You can really see the effort it's putting in because of how hard the tail is. Boom, like this. And this pectoral fin is almost entirely vertical, like it's flying, like it's helping itself. Like. And then the fin on the back, dorsal fin. Yeah, the dorsal fin is about halfway down, maybe a little bit towards the front, but not like right behind the head. Oh, sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. I have this nice big piece of tape here so that I know what's on camera and not, and I was getting so into it. Okay, in the mouth, yeah, it pretty much goes all the way down to the pectoral fin. Here's that eye patch. The eye patch is different per orca too. Like this particular one I'm drawing has much more thin than this one. And this one's back patch is also a bit more pronounced. Although that might be because it's out of the water and it's shining, because this one's like jumping out of the water. This seems about the same on all the orcas, the shape of this patch here. And then it's white on the bottom of the fin. It's actually white along a lot of the bottom of the, let's see, there was a picture I was seeing showing the belly. Haha, let's look at this. Breaching whale. Well, it's not a whale. It's the world's greatest, as in size, dolphin, porpoise, whatever you call those. There's a word for that. Anyway, orca is like a giant dolphin. Oops, I made that paw too big. Well, it's not a paw, it's a fin. Okay. Here it's kind of, can't really tell as much, but here's the other matching fin, and then here is where the white is, all on the bottom. And it's like, yeah, and then it curves up. It's really thin along this part, and you can see its belly button, which is freaking adorable. That's a little belly button right there. Little orca belly button. Because they're mammals. I guess platypuses don't have belly buttons. Can't tell what's going on with the tail so much because there's water. But there is this, like, there's a little black patch here, and then the black patches come up the sides and around. Okay, I'm gonna fill this page with sketches, and then I'm going to try doing a few sketches of just what might a detective, an agent, a wrapped up agent look like if it were an orca. This one could be just the camera lens for this picture, but it makes the fin look really huge. And they have a much more roundy fin than, say, a shark. Yeah, I think it's got to be the camera lens, because this isn't, pectoral fin is gigantic. There we go. And eye. And you can see a tiny bit of the bottom part of the mouth. And then this goes up there, and then, oh yeah, this one has a very defined back patch. Goes down like that, and the fin, the tail fin is curving quite a bit as it paddles through the water, it seems. And I think I'll put it in instead of trying to anthropomorphize it too much by having the orca like standing up and walking or something, I'll have it in the water. See, I'm glad that I'm doing these sketches because it's making me think about this. Like, where should it be? I'm going to have it in the water, but just with like a, what do you call it? A trench coat and a scarf and stuff. And probably some sunglasses. Maybe some really big orca sunglasses. Orca-sized sunglasses. Here's a picture from the front. And it actually does make the fins look gigantic. It's nice. This one is really nice because you can see, I don't know if it's coming across in my sketch, but this is what I'm seeing, that the fin, these pectoral fins are not fully connected. They're only connected to the body halfway, and then they stick out a little bit, which probably helps them paddle and choose their direction and stuff. The nose kind of curves down like this. Here is the bottom half of the mouth, bottom jaw. In this picture, this orca's mouth is open a little bit. The dorsal fin is bending. I wonder how much control they have over the dorsal fins. I mean, surely they can control, like, if it goes like this or whatever. And you can't really see any of the back of the orca in this picture. It's completely covered by its own head. So it's like probably the tail is back here, like that. Its body is all behind. Let's see, what other cool angles are here in Google image search? I'm going to search for underwater. I'm going to put underwater as well. Not just orca. Oh, here's a cute, like a whole bunch of them. But I just want to focus on the single animal for this one. Maybe I can find a pose that lends itself well to being dressed up. I'm still looking through the images. Sorry, I'm going quiet. I kind of want to find something. I'm going to do another different search. I think this is it. Yeah, Pexels is a place you can get free stock images. And I like going here because if you use the free ones, then there won't be any trouble with copyright issues or something. I'm not like super worried about it, but it just gives me peace of mind. This is an adorable one. Oh, it's an ad from iStock. Dang. That's the price you pay for the free reference images. Well, they're stock images, but I use them as reference images. The price you pay is being advertised. The extremely good ones, but that you have to pay for them. I just want a nice reference image to use for a pose. There's one of a toy. That's a whale. Well, I did click their suggested search of killer whale. No, I want like an orca. Well, whatever. I'll just make my own pose up and then I won't have to worry about it. Okay, back to my Google image search. I have a little bit more space. Oh, here's a good one. A little bit more space to practice. What do they look like? And there's something about the head. That's what gives it that porpoise look, is that it comes down and has this bump, and then the front of the, it's like a beak. Kind of. I think I've heard it called that before. And then, yeah, then it comes down like that. And it wraps around, and the tail's coming down. Oh, and there's this little uppy thing right there. I am not explaining this well, but this is what I'm saying. There's a little uppy thing in between the two halves of the tail fin. I made this too short, but whatever. There's its dorsal fin. Oops, running out of room. Pectoral fin. And there's a black edge to the fin if you're looking at it from the inside. It's so subtle, this dolphin looking part of the head. Try to make it more front ways, or make it longer in the front. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Maybe I'll just, thinking about how I'm gonna approach this. I was gonna try drawing a chibi pose. I know what I'm gonna do. Oops, I knocked my chapstick down. I am going to use my blue colored pencil to analyze my sketches and help me figure out what are the basic shapes that, how do I chibify this? Because it's not as easy as a typical mammal. I mean, this is a mammal, but it's not typical for me. It's not what I'm used to because I'm a land mammal. So I think what we have is an oval for the top of the head, an oval for this upper jaw nose area, and then another oval for the lower jaw. Another oval for the fin, pectoral fin. And then it's kind of like a really long egg shape. So an oval. A really long egg shape for the body, for most of the body. And then another egg shape for the tail, which is then connected with some lines that have more flexibility. So let's try that again. We've got like the cranium. Oops. Seeing if this works in all of my sketches. Cranium, an oval for the upper jaw, an oval for the lower jaw, oval for the fin, a big oval for the main part of the body, and a little oval for the tail. Yeah, I think it does work. So say here's the cranium, upper jaw, can't really see the lower jaw, oval for the fin, big oval for the body, and some of these overlap, and little oval for the tail. Okay, I'm gonna label it. Cranium, upper jaw, lower jaw, pectoral fin, main body, tail, what was this? Dorsal fin, tail fin. That's the main, so this is the main body parts, or main structure, I'll call it. I don't usually do this, but it's helping me. It's helping me in, what's the word? It's helping me process this different kind of body. So, as far as markings go, I want to note that as well. I kind of wish I had another, maybe put that on my wish list, another color of this clickable mechanical colored pencil, but I do have this pen, so I'll use the red one. So we've got, this is black. Oh, I wrote blatch. What an H. Ah, black, K with a K. White. White. Fin is black. Black with a K. This fin is black. This is white-ish. This is white. And black. This part on the underside of the tail is white, but this black edge I will write edge. I gotta think about how to spell edge. White, so I'm gonna write black here. White, black. I almost did it again. Blatch. Why am I writing blatch? Doesn't make any sense. It's not blatch. Okay. I have set up my sketch diagrams to remember the parts of the orca. Oh, Exie, hello. Satuita, hello. Thank you for joining me in the chat. Yay. Satuita, speaking of black, I learned the English black is like blanc, which means white, but it refers to ash. Oh, interesting. Yeah, ash, depending on what is burned, could be black or white, because when we use the poplar tree logs that we have from trimming the big poplar tree out back, all the ash is like very white, but then you burn other logs and it's black. So that's very interesting. It's interesting that two words that come to represent basically opposite colors originate or seem to originate from something similar, from a similar root or object, a similar object. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna hold this up because I don't think it shows up very well because I used the light blue pencil to mark out the main body, what did I call it? I'm looking. The main structure of the Orca. And mark all the other things. And then I just use my red pen to mark what colors everything is. But I'm gonna put that over here because I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to start this. Oh, it's not. Come on, camera, you can do it. Thank you. Okay. Looking nice. Thank you. Now I can start the drawing proper. I'm going to use a graphite pencil. I realized another reason it could be good to switch from fully physical media to like switch back and forth from that to a combo is that on the combo days I can just use this and I don't have to do any erasing because then I can just scan it in and the blue is very easy to get rid of, so it saves me time. Satuita. I learned it in a Swedish lesson because it says fart, which is more like svarts. Schwarz. I'm not that great, even though I speak English and we had German grandparents, but Schwarz. Svart. Interesting. There's a word for that, actually. It was brought up in... There's a word for the phenomenon of similar languages having similar sounding words that mean completely different things. And there's a word for it. I learned it in one of the Duolingo articles. I love reading their articles. It's just really interesting to learn about language in general. Okay, so I'm going to try doing the thing as Satuita you suggested to me. It was very helpful through Inktober for making a more interesting drawing, to do just a random gesture drawing. Okay, so I've got my random gesture drawing. I'm looking at it and considering, so for my last one, the Chibi Tanuki, I had like a sort of bordery thing. I think I want to do that again. I wish I had a stencil that I could do it with because I'm thinking. I'm gonna get my stencils out and see what I've got for making a nice border type thing. Or at least suggesting some sort of environment, even if it's not, even if it doesn't fill up the page. It's sort of like a vignette, kind of. I don't know if I'll have anything though. A lot of these are for little DIY home projects. They don't all work for me. It's like happy birthday. This is interesting. Yeah, maybe I could do something like this. And these could be little blops of water, or it's maybe something like this. Let me see what I'm seeing in these. So it is kind of a, the ocean is like a, this. I'm not explaining that well. If I do this kind of thing to like suggest waves. My folder is trying to escape. Stop, folder, you stay. Yeah, I think I will do that because I don't have anything else that's better. And then this way, because otherwise I feel like I'm going to draw the same sort of background shape as the tanuki, which is a sort of like this kind of thing. I want to make it different. So I guess I'll keep this. Keep that to the side for later so that I can draw the main thing, and then I'll do this later. Hopefully I remember, actually. Because I might not even get to it today. I'm going to get a sticky note. Yeah, okay. Where'd my clicky pen go? Here's my clicky pen. Use stencil to create watery background. Boom. Note to self. There. And I'll stick this on here, and I'll keep it with this sketchbook so that even if I don't get to it today, I'll have all this stuff when I come back next week. If you could invent a potion, what would its effects be? Oh, that's an interesting question, and especially the timeliness, because I've been looking at my vegan Harry Potter cookbook, and there's a whole potions section. Of course, by potions, it means like drinks, like cool drinks. So I've been thinking about that. If I could create a potion, what would its effects be? What do I want? What do I want to be able to do that I can't already do? Thinking about it. I gotta remember to make this a chibi, so it needs a little fat, cute, short body. Oh, it looks like a little slug. Chibi Orca. Thinking about my potion. I think I'd want a potion it's like I lost it. I had it and I lost it. I had an idea. It was something to do with drawing, but maybe it's like something that helps with thinking. Potion. So it'll have to be something you drink. So something that changes you too. I've got it. I want a potion that fixes my eyesight for the day. Because I had to go back to wearing glasses. And I don't mind it that much, but sometimes it's annoying because my ears get tired. And I don't like wearing contacts except for cosplay because I don't like having to put them in and out. And I have dry eye, so it starts to suck wearing them and everything. And it's only worth it when it's cosplay. So I would want an eyesight fixing potion, and you can drink it every day and whatever, and then you don't really need it overnight, so it won't because it should have some limitations. It shouldn't be a fix-all, so it'll be like you have to drink it every day in the morning, and maybe it takes an hour to finally work, and so you got to wear your glasses while you're doing that, but then so like at night it wears off by night, and you have to wear glasses at night, and so that's what I would do. Okay, I finally answered that question. The chat has grown. Let me look. Use watercolor and drip it on. Oh, that would be an interesting. That is like what one of the illustrators at the what am I trying to say? One of the illustrators at the children's book conference did that. He didn't drip it though. He like would put a song on, dance around to that song, like the whole song, just be dancing in his studio, and then he'd have this huge piece of paper, and he actually like showed us this part, have this huge piece of paper and just get random colors and do random strokes that, you know, based on the movement his body had just been doing and, you know, what was continuing. And then he's got all these cool, and he just does that for a while. Like he does 15 minutes of that so that he has a bunch of them. And then he just does illustrations on it. And that's how he does his illustrations. And he's got multiple books published and everything. And so yeah, I think that is a totally legit thing to try. Though I wouldn't try it on here because this is like, it would get all wrinkly. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like my paper to be wrinkly. This thing is crazy. Look at this. I really like it. I really like what I'm doing. This is a little crazy little bloop bloop. Little crazy little bloop bloop. Oh, I forgot about the rest of the chat. Sorry. I'm thinking about so many things. This is a really fun, interesting live stream session thanks to you two. Okay. Orcas are so cute. Yes. Danger dolphins. That's cute. Yeah, they're danger dolphins. Good one. I do need better eyes as well. Yeah, it would be such a great potion. Like, it wouldn't, like, hurt anyone. It wouldn't be like, you know, like Felix Felicis in Harry Potter is kind of, you know, gives you an unfair advantage or whatever. But, you know, just fixing your eyes so that you don't need glasses. Like, that doesn't hurt anybody. That just helps people. It's made from an extinct species. What? The eye potion? Well, hopefully they didn't go extinct making our eye potion. If that's what happened, then I don't want it. I want my potions to be vegan. Can't fix it permanently or it's not magic. Yep. So he's putting good vibes in the piece. That's pretty neat. Yeah, his panel, well, it wasn't a panel. His presentation was really nice. Like, it was really energetic and just felt like, I don't know. Yeah, good vibes is a great way to... So that's why we don't have the eye potion. Somebody used up all that poor animal. It went extinct, and now we don't have eye perfecting potion anymore. Okay, now I need to go back to my sketches to figure out. So I've got this crazy little orca. But where should the things be? So let's see. If its head is like this, its spine is like going like this. So I'm figuring out where the spine is in order to... So I think like the dorsal fin might not even be visible, but for the sake of showing what it is, I think I will have it sticking out right here, regardless of how real... I mean, it's a chibi. It doesn't have to be super realistic anyway. So here's its... That's kind of small. Maybe we'll make it bigger. Oh, my lead is trying to escape. Maybe I'll just put the lead right there. This comes in this really long bottle. There, put it there. It's a special lead that matches with this pencil. Delgard by Zebra. Yeah. So it's a special lead with a special pencil, and the lead's supposed to not break. Although, broken lead has never been a big issue for me. So I guess I don't have that heavy of a hand. But I picked this because it has that extra feature. Plus, it matches with all my blue stuff. I got this blue pencil case, so I decided to put all blue stuff in it. I want to make this dorsal fin bigger. It's too small. Dodo bird giblets. So that's what happened. That's what happened to the dodo birds. The poor dodos. They died for our eyes. Anybody jumping in right now doesn't know what the heck we're talking about. Dodo birds went extinct to give us eye perfecting potion. I finished listening to Harry Potter a couple days ago, so I'm really hyped about writing my own magic books. Yes! Like the books they use in Hogwarts. I want to write magic lesson books. Yes! That would be awesome! You should do it. You should do it. You could do a whole blog. You could do a blog and like every month you have the new lesson goes up. And then eventually you have the whole blog and then it gets picked up by a publisher and it gets published and it gets published in all the other countries and then I can read it once it gets published in America. Yes. Man, what exciting chat we've got going on. Because I've been reading... So, as a matter of fact, well, I can't show you, but I promise you... Wait, maybe I can show you. I'm wearing my Dobby shirt. So it's funny that we're talking about Harry Potter. So, yeah, the autumn always puts me in the mood for Harry Potter. So last week we started rewatching the movies, and so we're on movie number 2 today. 'Cause Friday is movie night, so we're gonna be watching that. And so I got the vegan Harry Potter cookbook. It's unofficial. Just came out at the beginning of this month, and so I've been excitedly looking at the recipes to figure out what kind of Thanksgiving recipes, which is so Thanksgiving is coming up here in 2 weeks, I think. So I've been like deciding which recipes I want to make from the Harry Potter cookbook for that. Oh dang, it's cute. Whee! So cute. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I've got to erase some to help me understand what I've done. It's getting to that point where my own sketches are confusing me. Butterbeer. We do have a butterbeer recipe. If you want butterbeer. I picked some recipes. I picked one of the drink recipes is Arthur Weasley's eggnog or something like that. And it looks so good. It's like got crushed cookie rim on the glasses. So I was like, heck yes. And all the pictures in the book are so delicious looking. Yes. Harry Potter vegan cookbook. Yep, they had butterbeer. They actually had butterbeer 3 ways. So you can have it chilled, heated, or room temperature. And the recipe is completely different. Well, not completely different, but significantly different so that there's a separate recipe for each one. Butterbeer. Maybe the most exciting thing for me when we went through all the recipes is their apple pie recipe. It's not just apple pie. It has a bottom layer, so they've got the crust, a bottom layer of marzipan, the middle layer is custard, then you have the like seasoned cooked apples, and then the crust on top, and they did the cute little moons out of the top crust and then put them back on, so it's like really pretty and they got moons and stars or whatever. I put that on my I want to make it for Thanksgiving list. So I am really excited for that one. Apple, marzipan, custard pie. Okay, now I've cleaned it up a bit. And I gotta remember my words. Maybe I'm gonna write them on this, I think. Oops, come out, pen. What was it? It was wrap and agent. Because right now I'm still still just making the base Orca, but I don't want to forget that I need to clothe it in detective clothes. Lemon drops. They didn't have lemon drops, but they had little gummies that are supposed to be the gems of the diadem of Ravenclaw, and those looked really lovely. Like they have little metallic edible stuff on them, so they're very pretty, and they're gummies. I love gummies. I think that apple pie with custard is the traditional way to make it. Oh, I've never done it before. Oh, cool. Well, that makes me even more excited to try this apple pie. Because what a great idea. I've always felt like apple pie is kind of boring. But of course, we grew up with like the cheap store-bought crappy pies from the supermarket, Walmart bakery or whatever, so maybe that's why. Okay, I have changed my mind about this dorsal fin. I think it's confusing even if it's somewhat realistic. It's confusing having it pop out there. Maybe I'll have it here. Regardless of how sensical it is. Plus, I noted that it goes halfway down the body, so I think in fact it should be farther down. Because for Chibi, I have made it gigantic head, so halfway down the body might actually more like right there. Yes! I might... So like with all this sketching I've been doing, I think I might actually transfer this with transfer paper to another piece of paper when I'm done for coloring, because I don't want to have all these, I'm sure there's going to be leftover lines in here. Even when I erase, I don't think I'm going to be able to get them all. We grew up on the tail end of canned and microwave food craze. Yeah, and like frozen apple pies. Oh, frozen apple pies are not that bad. But they're definitely not as good as like a really good homemade one or made from scratch one. Yeah, I'm remembering those pies from like Winco, and like, and the crust is so gross. I would never eat the crust because I would just eat the filling if we had that. And I would always be disappointed if we got apple pie because it seemed like it was mostly that gross crust. And oh yeah, okay, I'm satisfied now with this crazy little swirling Chibi Orca main part of its body. Let's add the markings, and then I'll put the clothes on top of that. I'm gonna see how to put a trench coat on an Orca. I don't know. Wrap an agent. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Well, that's why this is a creative challenge of my own making. So the first thing, so say its eye is probably right here. Oh my god, it's so cute! Just added a little bit. Boop! Okay, so add the eye. The eye is black. It's Chibi, so I'm gonna make it fairly big, but their eyes are really small for the size of their head naturally. So even making it a little bigger is still much bigger. I'll keep it much bigger than it would be naturally, I think. Okay, and then, so there's the eye mark. And I want to make them roundy and cutie. Cutie and roundy for the Chibi look. Chibi look is like a... Chibi look is based on human baby look, which is fat, short, and roundy. So little roundy markings too. the bottom of the mouth. Okay, so I'm glad I did this one from below. It just sort of comes down and it does not go on the fin. It goes right inside of the fin like that. Now let me think about this. Would it come down like this or would it swing around? Maybe I'll do the other side first to figure that out. Wow, food giant ConAgra produces the Marie Callender's brand apple pies. You'll find them in the freezer case. It makes a lot of them, some 210,000 per day. That's enough. That's enough apple pie. Marie Callender's is one of the ones where it's like, all right, this is all right. We're frozen, mass-produced pie. Growing up, though, that was the high end of stuff. Like, we didn't get that nice Marie Callender's pie, except on rare occasions. Okay. Here's this wrapping around again. So the black part comes in like this and then flares out toward the bottom. This is really hard. This is really hard. Okay. Figuring out, so the white flares out here. I can draw its belly button. Belly button. Orca belly button. Oh yeah, and I have these cool little marks here that go up like that. And so how do these work? I guess they're coming from outside. I didn't see this part that much, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it here. I think it probably does this. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this down like that. And then this is a little rough, so I'm gonna smooth it out. Make them softer curves. Regardless of what is naturalistic, working on what looks better here. Orca belly button. Oh, I need to keep an eye on the time. Oh, goodness. It's time to stop. I'm glad I thought of it. I don't want to be late for movie night. I'm excited because we're having the new vegan restaurant, Oh Vegan Soul, here in Boise. We're getting their food for dinner, and I'm trying their hamburger. Well, it's a cheeseburger for the first time, and I'm expecting it to be delicious because everything I've had from them is delicious. Okay, so I will stop here for today. I was already expecting it to take multiple sessions, so I wrote part 1 already, as I knew it. But as a quick review, as we wrap up, here's my sketches from photographs, and I figured out the main parts and labeled the colors. I'm glad I put the sticky note on here because I'm going to use this, or maybe both, to create a watery looking background. And then here's how far I've gotten with this sketch. Man, I love it when my camera just refocuses right away without any trouble. I got the belly button in there. I have not gotten any of the words yet, the agent or the wrap, but I'm gonna like have a trench coat on it somehow and have like sunglasses, so probably like really big, comically big sunglasses, and maybe like a fedora hat. I'm not sure if I should make it as big as this or make like a little teeny tiny cute fedora hat on the top, but we'll think about it. We'll work on this again next week. So thank you so much for joining me in the chat and making it really fun. I totally missed the time, like, because I was having so much fun chatting with you. I'll be back on Wednesday for a lucky dip. Hopefully I'll see you then, or maybe next Friday. Thank you for watching.